sentence back from that array of sentences. You can do that. It's alphabet array, an array of alphabet, which actually comes in handy occasionally. File delete, file copy, file rename, get all files, file exist, file folder exist. I mean, does a file exist? Does a folder exist? Get all folders, folder delete, folder create, folder rename, folder copy, give today's date in 24-hour time scale. Compare arrays, and that's pretty nifty. You have two different arrays, and find out if those arrays are equal to each other. You can use compare arrays. Open a WAV file and find first letter, or find the first letter of a word. And you wouldn't think that'd be hard, but it kind of is sometimes, because sometimes people put a number in front of a word, and that comes in handy because it will find the first letter of that word. And say, for instance, if you want to, like I said before, some of the subjects I'm storing alphabetically, so within that table. So basically I have to find the first letter of the subject of the sentence that you have spoken. You know, if you give the user sentence, find the subject, find the first letter, then store that particular sentence within, or look up a subject based upon the subject that it extracted from your sentence, and so you know there's a purpose to that too. And some of this stuff is utilized within this within the script, and some of it isn't. But eventually, hopefully, all of it will be utilized in some form or fashion. Then we have connections to particular folders within Athena. We have a Word database folder, Athena database folder. You know, the database folder that we looked at a while ago, or the basically, I can just show you real quick. You get an idea what's going on there. All those particular folders, the books, the characters, databases, you can connect easily to them. You can connect to them real easily by using these. You can connect to the Word database. You can connect to the Athena database. You can connect to the My Data folder, the database folder, the characters folder, the shortcuts folder, the books folder, the plugins folder, the skins folder, and this will basically give you the location of that folder. So if you want to say, for instance, write a text file to any of those folders, and you'll need the location of that folder, well, you'll use these particular files here, or these particular lines of code, and then we'll tell you directly wherever it is. We have, of course, some other things here. We have we can run a plugin. Now this is important, very important. I'll separate this out. It's so important. Wherever you are, there you are. Anyway, I think you can run a particular plugin. Now this will be used in this script, and wherever you want to run a plugin, because there's different areas within this script. It breaks up into different areas. It's sort of like UltraHal. It does break up in different plugin areas, but you're not limited to those areas. There's not 7 plugin areas in this case. What it is that you can use this particular function and run a plugin wherever that function is. So if you have the name of the plugin right here, add your name to the plugin, or whatever name of the plugin it is. If you write a particular plugin, you give it a name. Well, you put that name here, and you can add an argument, whatever information you want to go to that plugin. And of course, here's the app directory. Now I'll tell you what this app directory, what this is the directory in which the script is running in at this moment, or wherever the Athena program is located. Now I have to use this in order to make sure all the information. We have no misguided uh, um, locations. So this is a needed thing. So anyway, if you ignore it, like pretend it's not there, because this is a system variable, if you will. This is a global variable, the app directory, and you'll use the app directory in a lot of different ways. Now we also make use this app directory to find the Word folder and or the Word database and the Athena database. You'll find those locations of those databases using the app directory. We have a hat file reader, so we want to read a particular hat file to send it to Athena so she can run the hat file. So she can run hat files from this script, and you use the hat file reader, and you can put it to the a particular variable, which is I'll point out in a moment too. You'll understand this. It's just there's some things are complicated, but really it's a lot simpler than it could be. Bear in mind, this is simple compared to what it could be. A book reader, so you can read a book, whatever book you ask it to read, then it'll read it within the books database. Then the books collection. Give you a collection of the names of the books within the books database. So you want to know, you ask her what can I read, and she will give you all the titles of the stories within the book database. Well, not book database, but the books folder. And I give examples of these up in the script, so we'll go back up there in a minute. We're about finished with this. Next one we have at least the matrix library portion of it. We have a tables library where we can create, add to, get random sentences from the text table, the detect and response table, the substitutions table that we spoke of. You know, when we can create 4 different tables. Well, this is what it's dealing with. We can create those tables. We can add information to those tables. We can select certain information out of those tables, and we have a variety of variables that we can choose from. We have a create sentence table, create detect and response table, create a substitutions table there. Memory add, these are particular permanent tables where you can add memory. Remember a while ago we talked certain databases where you can, a memory table, user tables, the user table where it stores the user's name, birth date, and such, gender. Next we have the detect tables, and there's quite a few functions that deal with the detect tables. We can detect certain things, detect certain words, we can respond to those particular words. We can get mood. Down here we got get mood, get desire, get state, get topic, set mood, set desire, set state, set topic, respond to repeats, respond to short sentences. Again, we'll have to do this in another video if you want to really get into. We're going to have to really get into it to understand what these particular functions can do. I have to go through these things line by line. We have a sentence library where you can add or detect if it's a statement, detect if it's a question. We can remove the punctuation. We can capitalize the sentence. We can add a statement mark, add a question mark, add an exclamation mark. And then finally we have these set of commands. So these commands are directly for Athena itself. Hypertext, if something is hypertext, if something